On this episode of Grassroots Garage, we have Benny's NA13B Toyota 86. This little weapon is a side-fed peripheral ported 13B on E85, and as you'd expect, it's angry.
Garage, we're on track of rotary revolver. Found Benny's sick little Toyota 86. Benny, thanks for your time, man.
No worries.
Legend. Give us the quick specs of the car.
85 model AE86 roller, Aussie delivered one. Factory interior. Only aftermarket here is genuine Nardi wheel. That's about it, really. And then exterior, it's got a TRD front lip, carbon fibre rear lip. It's got some custom feed side steps on it, side skirts, some 15-inch SSR longchamps. Engine wise, it's a side fed peripheral port 13B, runs a full stainless lobster back exhaust that I made, runs E85. Yeah, little bits and pieces.
Alright, let's take this out for a ride. Nothing like that NA just winding up, man. Oh yeah, that's mad. So good.
Back in the 90s when improved production, they stop you from using a full PP. So this was a way of hiding it, so they could get around it. Yeah,
that's bad. Yeah, so it's a sneaky little PP setup.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
The thing is, if you add up the volume of air that enters, it's as much, if not more, than a full PP.
Yeah.
Because you're using the standard boards, and then it's all linked up with the water jacket.
Right at the end of the yarn. Get your gear on, get your helmet on.
Take me back to this. Let's go from the very start. Tell us about your first car.
My first car I ever owned was actually a Commodore of all things.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
What, like
VC?
VC.
Yeah,
Nice.
With triple SUs on it and XU1 cam. I thought I was the man.
Yeah, nice.
And then after that, sort of imports took my interest, so bought a CL80. Then after that, I thought I want to give drifting a go, so I bought my first FD RX-7 drift car.
Ooh, yeah, so it was straight rotor.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I still have that car, so I've owned that for 13 years now.
Nice.
But it's getting rebuilt again, giving it a birthday with a 4-rotor. So.
Yeah, man, I know they're throwing photos up as we go along. So, tell me about your first rotary memory.
I had my CL80 and I hadn't been beaten in it back then. It was probably one of the first actually imported into Australia. So that's going back. But yeah, never really been beaten. And it's when club sports and WRXs were all the thing. Never really got beaten. Then one day, a little orange 1300 wagon with a 13B PP with a carby on the side of it. Gave him a run, left me for dead. I made the guy pull over. I said, like, what's in this thing? I was like, must have a massive turbo on it. He said, nah, non-turbo. He opened the bonnet. It's just this little keg with a carby sitting on the side. I was like, I've got to have one.
Got to have one.
And that was it.
Yeah. That's mad.
And then the following week, I bought my own 1300 wagon with a Series 5, 13B, Microtech, 9-inch. Yeah, it's a nice car.
So you yeah, I'm going to leave this in the video now. Just So when you started out into drifting,
Yep.
what was the learning curve like?
Well, I actually started in my VC Commodore. So every time it was raining, I'd huck up roundabouts and stuff. And then I said to Dad, like, I need more power. Like, I want to be able to do it in the dry. And he's like, what do you want more power for? Just put some water squirters on your back wheels and then you can do it anytime. So that was probably the best thing he ever did for me. Hooked that up for me. Did 50-50 diesel and water, and that was it. That was me drifting every day.
That's mad.
So after that, then yeah, it's probably what sparked the import sort of interest, and yeah, ended up with a Still 80 first, and then realised that SRs are shit and bought a rotary.
And then you've obviously done quite well with the drifting because you've ended up going. Tell us about sort of the drifting thing.
Well, so back then, I probably started 2006, I reckon, started drifting. Did all the top level Australian stuff back then up until about 2010. Went overseas, did a bit of drifting over there, come back, sort of had a bit of a break, just sort of had enough, did the kid thing and all that. And then, yeah, just recently, well, probably the last 2 years, sort of got right back into it, got another driving for the Hot Wheels gig.
Yeah.
So I drive there, SSU, and it sort of sparked the interest to rebuild my car again and get that going. So hopefully the next couple of months that'll be going, and yeah, we'll be hucking up every track in Australia.
Sick,
yeah.
Sick. So you've glossed over there, but that's a bit of a big deal. How'd you get this start with the Hot Wheels team?
Oh, I've just sort of been in the scene a long time, and yeah, I don't go out saying, hey, look at me, I'm a drifter, you know, look at me, sort of thing. I've always been in the scene. People that know me know I can do what I do. Yep. And yeah, just whatever, just cruise. And Matt sort of took a bit of an interest, and you know, I showed that I'm not lazy. I don't just sit there and expect everything to be done, you know, like it's not easy going, this whole gig, you know, it all looks glitz and glitter, but it's not, you know, there's a lot of
long days, yeah,
a lot of hard work behind the scenes to make that happen. So yeah, I suppose you got lucky to a degree, but you know, I try pretty hard, and I do a lot of practice, man. I'm drifting as much as I can. Yeah. You know, to make sure that once I get in that car, I'm putting on a good show for the people.
Nice, man. So what's your most memorable sort of place you've done this Hot Wheels thing at?
Hot Wheels gig? I reckon probably my most memorable one was 2010. I got to drift Gold Coast Indy, it was called then, so GC 600. Sick. And that was my home track, so you know, I went to that every single year of my life with my old man. So you finally get to be on the other side of the fence and drifting a rotary as well. That was probably the best thing. And that was before the Hot Wheels gig, so that was then. Just recently we did Winton Raceway, and that was a bit of an eye-opener. Just such a beautiful track, so well maintained, nice flowing corners, banked. Yeah. And yeah, we had a ball.
And you're throwing it sideways through it all?
Yeah.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right, so unlimited budget, throwing all the cash you need at you. What does this look like?
This car?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably pretty close to what it is, to be honest.
Yeah. So you're not quad rotor, and you're not.
Well, I've already got one.
Yeah.
So
okay.
The thing is, like, any more power, I think it would be overpowered.
Okay. Yeah.
I think this style of car is known for its 4AGE, NA, throttle body, noise, high revving, underpowered sort of thing, and I feel as though this engine package is still keeping that a little bit, you know. It's 250 horsepower, revs are 10,500, it's got massive induction noise.
Yes.
So it's still sort of in that same family, I think, I think a turbo or something would ruin this car, personally.
Got ya.
At the moment, it's a driver's car, you know, 860 kilos, as you see it, full trim, so it's lighter than factory.
Yeah.
And it makes I said 250 horsepower, which is more than any 4AG's ever got to make, NA.
So what was how'd you get the weight down? It's just the lighter engine.
Yep.
That's it. Like you haven't gone perspex or anything.
No, nothing silly. It's full. It's all factory. You know, the battery's lithium. It's probably the only thing that I've bought that's actually light.
Yeah,
but other than that, it's just the engine package is just way lighter than the original engine.
That's mad. Yeah. All right. Unlimited budget. You've kept this basically as it is.
Yep.
You know, you've got the full 26B drift car. What else is in the garage? Unlimited
Cosmo.
budget. JC Cosmo.
Had one. Had a pretty big injury. Had to sell it. But I will get another one day.
Yeah, nice.
I just want to do a nice one. I've never seen one done well.
Okay.
They always sit so high, or they've always got some rubbish wheels on it. I just want to have one nice, slammed, nice set of jump wheels, and just do it right.
Quick while we're cruising down the lane. Yep. So you got the Cosmo. You've got this is the ultimate garage, unlimited budget. You got your Cosmo.
Yeah.
You got your 26B RX7. You got this. What are you going to daily? What would you daily around in?
I'm sorry to tell you, but it have to be 34 GTR.
Yeah. Yeah. Why 34?
I think just growing up and seeing them and just thinking I've got to have one of them one day.
Nice.
Yeah. But, you know, 90% of the garage should be road powered, but
got to have
that one
it.
gets me. So.
Yeah. Oh, legend. If you don't already, make sure you follow Benny on Instagram. Give it to us.
Drift_Zilla.
Driftzilla, and I'll do something fancy with the words come up on the screen. Maybe I'll get Ryan to do that for me. We'll work it out. It'll be sick. Legend. It's funny being in this car. It's like a 1980s 86 cool little car, and then when you're on track, it just feels like a race car. Like it's really harsh, and it's, you know, when you're smashing gears, you can feel it just just grab and just go. So I know you love being in this car, and I know you've enjoyed coming for a couple of laps. And Benny, thanks for your time, man. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.